The novel's extra, Chapter 1, Season 1. Let's see what adventures await in this story. This is the story within the novel. One day, the world was suddenly facing a great calamity. Towers and dungeons suddenly appeared, birthing monsters that attacked humanity. South Korea especially was hit hard. Towers and dungeons began appearing non-stop. A huge monster appears from seemingly nowhere. It roars as it lunges towards two girls. But within the darkness, the brightest lights are created. Will it be enough? But now a man steps forward. He reaches his hand out, ready to help. Korea battled the monsters through the power of heroes. Slowly, they gained control of the towers and dungeons. Time passed and Korea rose as a leading global power. It attracted heroes from around the world. The nation established special hero institutions with advanced magic and engineering. It was all about controlling the cube. The cube, a place where hero cadets from all over the world gather. Only those who beat the odds attend. Now a student faces a monster head-on at the cube. Their fate hangs in the balance. This is where the hero will rise to save the world, but his rival exists here too. But there's been a problem at the hero institution. The top cadet enters the cube. The cadet is Kim Suho, but this isn't just a story, it's a world the author wrote. But someone is watching Kim Suho fight at the cube. The world unfolds before him. Kim Suho, the cube, it is all there as he wrote it, just like he remembers. Others watch Kim Suho's display in the cube. They each have thoughts about his skill. The woman says among the hero cadets, Kim Suho stands out with unbelievable skill for a 17-year-old. Someone mutters Kim Suho's name, but he is more than just a name, he's the main character. Kim Suho is to lead the world, a hero with good and justice, but he has a secret. The announcer says next up, and the one to face off against him. The announcer then revealed the next contender. He is the second-place cadet Shin Jong-hak. Here comes Kim Suho's opponent, Shin Jong-hak. He has the potential to rival the main character. They may be cadets now, but Shin Jong-hak later becomes the villain. The author then thinks to himself that all his characters should have a name. A student then asks if he slept late. A man approaches the author and asks if he's talking to him. The author replies, confirming he is. The author then states that he doesn't see another Kim Chundong around. He thinks Kim Chundong, was there a character with that name? He doesn't recall writing it. The author thinks he might remember if he sees Kim Chundong's face. He wonders who that person is supposed to be. He touches his face in confusion. He exclaims, wondering if he has a question mark on his face. The author knows he's become a background character with no face or connection to the story's important people. He's no longer the author, he is just a side character in his own story. He says he's become a speck of dust within his own novel. Let's get into Chapter 2, Season 1 of the novel's extra, here we go. Suddenly, Chundong receives a mysterious email addressed to Dear Author. He's immediately suspicious. The email proposes to remake Chundong's web novel, The Returnee Hero. He's weirded out by the email, but feels guilty for not updating his novel. His computer screen shows the email. Is this some kind of scam? This building looms large. It would become the root of everything later. The title card of the story appears with splashes of water and magical effects. He stares blankly at the question mark covering his face. I'm getting used to this. He realizes it's been 2 weeks since the question mark appeared. This isn't a dream, he's sure of it now. He is in the world of his novel. And just like that, Chundong is now one of the countless extras in this novel's world. He realizes, I might have to stay in this world for a while. Chundong is distraught at the thought of being stuck in this world for 10 years, laughing with teenagers. He focuses, let's just think of a way to get back. For now, he needs the main storyline. To do that, he'll need to follow the plot points of his novel. Chundong sees the skyline and realizes, I should go to school. The cube is an artificial island in the Eastern Sea. Around 50,000 people live there. The cube is the core of this city, a powerful nation built with magic and manufacturing. He looks up at the cube. This is the main stage of my novel. But even amongst the talented hero candidates, only a few become cube cadets. He looks at his hand. The owner of this body, Kim Chundong, is a cadet. The other cadets whisper about Kim Suho, wondering what special talent got him into the cube. Chundong heads towards the entrance of the cube, marked with the word truth. This is the truth class, the most important place in the cube. This is the world of the novel. Antagonists, villains, sidekicks, and rivals all exist within the cube. The stage is set, the cube. Here the characters will form cliques and face countless complications. Chundong thinks 10 years with these guys, and all without a face. He laments, I don't know what to do. Chundong arrives at the dormitory. This is where he'll be staying. Chundong walks, realizing how fast time is flowing in the cube. How did I study as a student? A cube deliveries box suddenly appears on his desk. Chundong is confused, questioning, what is this parcel? I didn't order anything from cube. He recognizes the object. It's my notebook, he exclaims, surprised to see it in this world. Chundong is shocked as his face is covered with a question mark. Why is this here? Chundong is surrounded by a bright light. UWAH, he cries out, shocked. Chundong thinks this is the setup book that I wrote. He asks just who sent this to me. The bright light envelops him, a torrent of data and unknown forces merging. What is about to happen? The synchronization process finishes at 99%. Unique authority appears on screen. Chundong's eyes widen as the synchronization process continues. His body is now in a state of flux. Another screen appears, Kim Chundong Kim Hajin, all stats reset. What will happen now? This is the start of Chapter 3 of Season 1 of the novel's Extra. He touches the screen, he hesitates, staring at the reflection. Isn't this my real face? He wonders what is happening around him. A screen pops up, displaying synchronization complete. He questions if this is enlightenment. The narrator defines enlightenment as exceeding limitations. Enlightenment lets you see your skills as true values. Now you can grow stronger. The status window appears. Talents, masteries, constitutions, and stats are displayed. He says he'll look at it piece by piece. Synchronization complete, converted to 10 points. He doesn't know what made his face return, but he got points by lowering stats. Next thing, a settings intervention window appears. He doesn't remember writing the ability. He wonders if he needs to become more important in the novel. Is that why he got the laptop and ability? He mutters, what kind of ridiculous non? Another window appears, displaying locked information. He realizes he needs to interfere to return home. That's right, there's no guarantee. Kim Hajin thinks he'll wait to interfere until the part he stopped writing. He also wants the right hint. The screen asks if he wants to invest the points into his stats. He realizes he should invest in luck to get the most out of the points. The screen says luck affects wealth, bonus stats, and relationships. It's a cheat stat that impacts everything. He wonders if he can write a talent if he converts to SP. Shall we give it a try? Kim Hajin says, oh, as a screen pops up, a mysterious luck takes effect. The screen shows his luck increased to 9.1. He mutters, luck can influence even this. Kim Hajin thinks about Kim Suho's high magic power stat of 9. He'll invest SP in perseverance to survive cube. The screen says enormous luck takes effect. He says, luck really is king. Perseverance increased again. He realizes there is a limit to tricks. He managed to salvage luck and perseverance though. He has 10,000 SP. Kim Hajin crosses his arms, thinking, maybe I should think about it a bit more before. A man says, good work with morning training, everyone. The instructor says he'll be in charge for the upcoming year. Ranking points and cadet levels are revealed. An instructor steps forward saying, let's get to the matter at hand. The screen warns him, cube isn't as enjoyable a place as you hope. He'll be judged by strict standards. Everyone should get up and follow the instructor. Time for weapon selection. Kim Hajin thinks to himself as he enters the cube with the other cadets. Inside the cube, there's a vast array of weapons available for selection. Kim Hajin is impressed and exclaims, "Whoa!" at the sight. The instructor yells at the cadets to hurry up and pick a weapon of choice. It's a long-term decision. Kim Hajin holds a sword with a confident expression. He will choose this weapon. A female cadet is shown with an arrow drawn, ready to be released. A thought bubble appears. The main characters have chosen their weapons without much issue. Kim Hajin looks at the weapons. So it's now time for me to pick mine. He knows he has to be careful, his stats are too low. Kim Hajin thinks that raising his stats won't make using powerful weapons effective. Kim Hajin touches his chest, a feeling of unease washes over him. What's going on? Other cadets scoff at Kim Hajin's low stats, thinking he's making a foolish decision. Someone seems to recognize Kim Hajin. Kim Hajin is asked if he has chosen the gun to be his weapon. It's the opening page of Chapter 4, Season 1 of the novel's Extra Asterisk. An instructor calls out Cadet Kim Hajin, holding a tablet in his gloved hands. The instructor remembers Kim Hajin using a sword, but now he carries a gun. Kim Hajin confirms. The instructor agrees, stating cadets bear full responsibility for their choices in Cube. The instructor sternly tells Kim Hajin, don't ever forget that. Other cadets watch Kim Hajin in disbelief. One wonders if he's insane for choosing a gun. Other cadets whisper, questioning if he is just an attention seeker with his gun. The gun is imbued with mana, containing more destructive force than a normal metal bullet. Even with this power, the gun is shunned here. Kim Hajin's gunshot resonates. The text is that its limitations are clear appears. Another cadet passes the test. The gun is weak regardless of the user's strength. The story explains how myths and legends manifest as weapons in reality. A weapon's rank increases with grander origin and deeper history. Cadets trust their skills. Hajin says it has nothing to do with him. He knows he is not the main character. Kim Hajin thinks picking a gun might not be a bad choice, easy to wield. He's counting on SB gain. Kim Hajin thinks now it's time to get my talent. It's an ability, a specialty that Kim Hajin has. Most people only receive one talent, but some characters are exceptions. Hajin is surprised to see Ki Naeun, a female cadet at the training facility. Ki Naeun, you're training here as well. Ki Naeun asks why she would be anywhere else than the training center. For that guy. Ki Naeun mocks calling Kim Hajin Hajung or whatever, remembering that's right, that guy. Ki Naeun assumes Kim Hajin has given up. She thinks he's just trying to hold on a little longer. You can't say that. Kim Hajin smiles slyly as Ki Naeun asks him what he's doing. What? Ki Naeun furiously yells, don't tell me what to do. If you're not training, get out. Kim Hajin wonders, is someone talking about me? He muses that even gossip can earn him SB. Kim Hajin sees his authority window, setting intervention, and considers his first talent. He then writes Master Sharpshooter. Kim Hajin is surprised. The description of Master Sharpshooter has already appeared. Kim Hajin thinks to himself that he can use all types of long-range weaponry with this talent. Kim Hajin touches the screen. He feels relieved, now he feels ready for what comes ahead. Kim Hajin resolves, now I have to survive with this talent until the main story ends. Kim Hajin reflects that minor questions usually don't appear, looking back at the cube entrance. The instructor explains the need to understand tower and dungeon attacks. Kim Hajin's skill made him create a textbook. Kim Hajin thinks, with his talents, observation, and browsing, he will easily pass this class. He can observe anyone in his view. Kim Hajin can now see the setting timelines from his notebook, without needing any external medium. An upset cadet questions the need for class, wanting only to show off her skills. An instructor shouts, you are to head to the square in 20 minutes. Cadets scatter, responding with panic to the sudden order. What could this mean? Kim Hajin thinks it's finally here, as he anticipates what is to come. The instructor announces that he will reveal the team formations. Each team has 4 members. The instructor says team formations will stay the same until the midterm test. High and low ranks will be on the same team. Kim Hajin is shocked to see the team announcements. No way I'm. Kim Hajin stands surprised to be on Team 50 with Yu Yonha. Yu Yonha, he mutters. Like all novels, some characters interact with or clash with the main character. There are many members of the main cast. However, even among the main cast, Yu Yonha is definitely important to the story. She is the heir to Korea's top guild, Essence of the Strait. His connection with Yu Yonha is very important. The more involved, the more story points he can earn. Today is training. Kim Hajin clenches his fist, determination blazing in his eyes. I'll get her attention. Yu Yonha greets her new teammates while two other cadets join the team. Hello. Yu Yonha decides not to ignore her new team members, Jin Hosung and Hizuki. Another team member questions the formality. Suddenly, Yu Yonha responds to the team, "It's me." She seems a bit surprised to be working with them. Yu Yonha starts to speak, but Hajin's mind races. Yu Yonha actually hates people who lack self-confidence. Ah, you're the gun guy. Another cadet butts in, exclaiming that Yu Yonha is famous. Suddenly, the mood shifts as a dark aura surrounds him. Do you have time to chat? The instructor sends the location to the smart watches. Hurry up and head out, he commands. The cadets reply, why yes. The beautiful landscape is a scene that the team will never forget. The team descends into the training area, falling from the sky. Yu Yonha checks her smartwatch. She says, it seems we will arrive soon, please get ready. Yu Yonha prepares to look for information about the monster. Suddenly, someone cries out, I'm dying. His vitality stat is definitely beyond normal, he's barely keeping up with the others. Is this? Hizuki struggles to keep up with the descent. Yu Yonha announces, we've arrived. The beautiful view quickly fades. A haunting monster appears. What awaits them on the beach? A massive black hump octopus emerges from the depths. How will Team 50 fare? With the black hump octopus revealed, Yu Yonha declares, let us start planning for the mission. The scan reveals that the black hump octopus main body has low attack power. The scan shows the black hump octopus hump as its main problem area. It spawns baby octopi. Yu Yonha states that cadets can become mummies in seconds, deadly monsters. She continues strategizing. Kim Hajin interjects, I will face the baby octopi. Yu Yonha explains the battle plan. The warriors should conserve their magic. How will the team separate the hump? Kim Hajin is shocked. Right now, she's trying to exclude me from the training. Yu Yonha stares intensely and says, let's start the mission. Kim Hajin steels himself, ready to face whatever comes. Kim Hajin internally screams, this bitch. He's furious at Yu Yonha for her battle plans. The black hump octopus crashes down, ready to fight. The team is on the beach, prepared to battle. Jin Hosung stands confidently, ready to fight with his axe. Will he succeed? Kim Hajin thinks to himself, first, I have to lure him onto the beach. The black hump octopus eye peers from below. A huge blast of water erupts as Jin Hosung stands on a rock. The battle begins. A massive explosion of water erupts. The team's strategy may be working. Jin Hosung strikes with his axe towards the black hump octopus tentacles. Hizuki and Yu Yonha move forward ready to fight, but will they prevail? Kim Hajin looks shocked. Hizuki ignites her katana, ready for battle. The team prepares to fight the monster. This is the title page for Chapter 6, Season 1 of the novel's Extra Asterisk. The black hump octopus releases a screeching noise as its body is pierced by an unseen attack. The cadet asks, it already exploded, as the octopus bursts apart. An axe comes down from above. Several smaller black hump octopi scatter as a final strike lands. A cadet is seen rushing forward. Sound effects accentuate his speed in the sandy training ground. Hizuki shouts as she slashes through the air. Her katana cuts through with devastating power. A flurry of red energy slashes through the air. Hizuki's katana is unstoppable. A final slash comes down as Hizuki remains unfazed. Her katana continues to obliterate the remaining monsters. 7th place among the new cube cadets, Yu Yonha bows, thank you. More black hump octopi spawn as Hizuki unleashes her power. Slashes of red energy rip through the air at frightening speed. Hizuki's blade continues its deadly path. The black hump octopus roars in pain. Hizuki leaps forward, swinging a whip, leaving a trail of red energy behind her attack. The black hump octopus explodes under Hizuki's barrage. Red energy fills the sky as the attack lands. The black hump octopus lunges forward. Hizuki yells, Miss Yonha, be careful, as Yu Yonha is caught off guard. A massive black hump octopus looms over Yu Yonha as it strikes. Suddenly, the black hump octopus explodes. A bullet casing falls to the ground. Kim Hajin kneels and points his gun at the remains of the black hump octopus. A faint glow emanates. Yu Yonha realizes that Kim Hajin was the one who saved her. She yells Kim Hajin with surprise. Story points SB are earned based on Hajin's impact, but it's hard for an extra like him. Kim Hajin thinks to himself, it's time to jump into the main story events. He aims his gun forward. Yu Yonha is stunned that Kim Hajin saved her. Her mouth is agape. A booming voice booms out, I thought I told you to stay out. Yonha shouts Kim Hajin after the octopus explodes. The black hump octopus is blown to bits. Yu Yonha is shocked and wonders what the... Kim Hajin's eyes are closed as he thinks to himself, the only moment I can shine. Kim Hajin's eyes glow with power as he begins to tap into his potential. Kim Hajin activates his bullet time talent. He's ready to change the story. Kim Hajin activated his bullet time. Time slows around him for 3 seconds. Kim Hajin fires his gun. I just start blasting bullets through them. Kim Hajin's bullet time skill is in effect, indicated by the digital timer. Casings rain as the octopus falls. Kim Hajin prepares to use his smart watch, eyes shining with determination. Time to start my own path. The timer on Kim Hajin's bullet time runs down. Time is almost up, he thinks. More of Kim Hajin's shots rip through the remaining smaller octopi. He continues to neutralize the monsters. The remaining black hump octopus is slashed by Hizuki's whip attack and dies. The black hump octopus screams in agony as the red slashes tear through it. Hizuki's red energy whip slices through the black hump octopus once more. The remaining octopus screams in confusion. Hizuki shouts, attack, and launches a powerful strike at the remaining black hump octopus, unleashing a flurry of slashes. The scene is split as Hizuki and Jin Hosung are ready to unleash magic power. Jin Hosung arrives with his axe ready to strike. He yells with determination. The black hump octopus is ripped apart by a devastating flurry of attacks. The black hump octopus's shadow looms over the beach. The cadets are under threat. Yu Yonha looks on in shock. Kim Hajin is panting. Sheesh, that was hard. Hizuki prepares for a final attack. The black hump octopus cries out in agony. Team 50's total time is calculated. Their final time, 58 minutes and 58 seconds. The screen shows Monster CLEARED. Over Kim Hajin's exhausted expression, ranked 16th. Team 50's score is 16 out of 100, with nearly an hour wasted. The instructor explains the battle was recorded by drones and will be sent to their smart watches for self-analysis. Yu Yonha is shocked to see their ranking. Yu Yonha knows individual performance matters, but sees Ki Naeun's team ranked 4th. An instructor watches from above, while the cadets analyze the drone footage in the training area. An instructor is using magic to replay the cadets' battle. They need to reflect on what happened. Ki Naeun is approached by Yu Yonha after the training exercise. Naeun tilde, it's Yonha. Yu Yonha is annoyed. 16th she blames Kim Hajin, believing his gun held them back. Kim Hajin wonders if someone is talking about him. He seems curious and thoughtful. Kim Hajin eliminated the octopus babies before they reached the ground. Is this power possible with magic bullets? Yu Yonha stares intensely, her expression unreadable as she contemplates the situation. Suddenly, an unknown magic surges. What is about to happen next? Kim Hajin wakes up in the training area, surrounded by his gear and equipment. I forgot to check my alarm. Kim Hajin realizes his SB has increased. My interference was worth it. Kim Hajin sees that his stats have increased due to exercise and mana seeping into his muscles. I should stop for today. Kim Hajin, ready to head back, stretches after his stat boost, as the cube's dormitory comes into view. Back at her dorm, Yu Yonha reviews the drone footage of the team's battle, deep in thought. Yu Yonha's mind races as she reviews the drone footage. More thoughts rush into her head. Yu Yonha reviews the footage closely on her laptop, analyzing Kim Hajin's speed. She is very surprised by this. Yu Yonha wonders if Kim Hajin's gun has an automatic fire mode. Is he extraordinary? Yu Yonha recalls seeing Kim Hajin at the Military Agent Academy. Her smart watch buzzes with a message from Shin Jonghak. Yu Yonha thinks about Shin Jonghak's message. What could he want? Yu Yonha is analyzing her battle footage. She thinks it's boring, but she needs to find talent to inherit the guild. Shin Jonghak's messages are belittling. Shin Jonghak messages Yu Yonha asking, "How's the guy with the gun?" Yu Yonha reads Shin Jonghak's follow-up message and thinks to herself, annoyed and speechless. Did he just get lucky with his team? Meanwhile, we cut to the creator's Sacred Grace Guild headquarters. At Creator's Sacred Grace headquarters, a visit from the guild master is set for 2 weeks. She exclaims, "Isn't Kim Suho amazing?" The deputy guild master is watching Kim Suho's elegant and unique swordsmanship. Back at the Creator's Sacred Grace headquarters, Kim Suho is dancing with his sword. The instructor explains that Kim Suho's sword skills cut not only monsters but space itself. He is very powerful. At Creator's Sacred Grace, the executives are discussing potential recruits. I want to bring him over no matter what. Yu Yonha pauses the video. Wait, a cadet who uses a gun. The drone footage shows Kim Hajin fired 60 bullets in 3 seconds, hitting 59 targets. Impossible. Kim Hajin is referred to as a heretic and switched from sword to gun upon entering the cube. Enlightenment. The Military Agent Academy encourages cadets to use multiple weapons for combat. The instructor acknowledges Kim Hajin's quick enlightenment, though it's limited by his weapon choice. They decide to scout him anyway. Yu Yonha decides to leave Kim Hajin alone but watches with keen interest. His true nature will reveal itself. Kim Hajin is asleep in bed. What is he dreaming about? Title card for Chapter 8 of the novel's Extra, Season 1 appears. The scene shifts to Wednesday. Kim Suho is practicing his swordsmanship techniques. Kim Suho readies his blade, a smirk gracing his face. It's time for combat. Anti-personnel training means cadets spar in pairs with training weapons. Rachel is clearly winning against Lucian 16-2. Suddenly, the instructor shouts at Kim Hajin to get up. She notices his score is still 0, and his rank is 934. Kim Hajin, struggling, wonders why he's the only cadet facing an instructor. The instructor warns of injuries, then descends to fight Kim Hajin. He falls and cries, "I surrender." The instructor's punch lands square on Kim Hajin. He will be regretting his decision. The instructor yells, "Raise your guard." Kim Hajin's eye is visible, showing fear. With speed and power, the instructor lands a final kick on Kim Hajin. The instructor's face is full of rage. Kim Hajin's eyes show visible fear and pain as the instructor continues his relentless assault. Dust flies as a punch lands. The instructor mutters, "This punk." He believes Kim Hajin's posture is garbage and this will be an easy win. Even while being beaten, Kim Hajin is following the instructor's movements. Thousand Mile Eye helps him predict movements, but he still needs to dodge. Kim Hajin surprises the instructor as he shouts, "Myself," during the beating. 2 cadets laugh and point at Kim Hajin while the instructor mercilessly beats him. Kim Hajin buys a canned drink from the vending machine to ease his aching body. Nursing his can of cola, Kim Hajin is surprised to see Ki Naeun standing over him. She has a stern look. Kim Hajin stares blankly as Ki Naeun walks away. He thinks, I might have written her but her personality. Someone presses a button and says, shall I test it out? It seems Yu Yonha is being called. As Kim Hajin's cola floats, onomatopoeia highlights his pain and surprise. Someone asks Kim Hajin, are you picking a fight? Kim Hajin replies, what are you saying? Someone says they were carried hard during the last training session. They are giving something. Kim Hajin wonders how much SB he'd get for talking to a main character. Ki Naeun says, I'm good, you should drink it all, also. Ki Naeun gives Kim Hajin her first warning, then he looks up and flinches, surprised. With a closer look at her bag, Ki Naeun thinks the weight feels off. Someone is secretly adding something to Kim Hajin's Coca-Cola can. Ah, that idiot, really. Someone spikes Kim Hajin's drink with a devilish grin and arms raised. Later, the character places a can inside a bag next to a vending machine. Yu Yonha passes Kim Hajin thinking, well, the cola has no sins. She enjoys junk food. Kim Hajin plots how to squeeze himself into the main story for SB. The next major event will be the Jinn attack on the National Weapon Museum. People making deals with devils become jinns. They exchange souls for great power and become agents of evil. This incident starts with an assassination attempt at the National Weapon Museum. Kim Hajin thinks this is a good time to make his move as Kim Suho and Ki Naeun arrive. Thinking of how to get inside, Kim Hajin is stopped by a guard. Cadet, state your number. Kim Hajin's laptop shows a strange error with an email icon glitching. There, he exclaims. The story continues in the novel's Extra Chapter 9. Please support the author. At Cube, cadets can also participate in extra scholastic activities like joining clubs. Cube offers around 100 clubs for cadets. They range from martial arts to hobbies and academic pursuits. Clubs are a good way for cadets to socialize and learn teamwork skills. A student thanks the others for joining the Healing Rain Travel Club event today. There are a lot of amazing people. Oh Han-hyun thinks, when I saw the application I wondered if it was real. He is anxious about the new members. Oh Han-hyun regains his composure. He reintroduces Healing Rain, stating their primary goal to rest. Oh Han-hyun explains that the club is planning a group socialization trip. The destination is then revealed with a shout, we're going to Seoul. Kim Hajin reflects, noting it is just like he wrote it in the novel. His objective is the Seoul Weapon Museum. Kim Hajin declares his intentions. He plans to follow the main characters to the National Weapon Museum. Kim Hajin thinks to himself, well, whoever I end up with, I can just go off on my own. He seems determined to complete his task alone. Kim Hajin hesitantly responds, okay. Oh Han-hyun's continues, adding, oh also. An angry student warns, I told you not to speak informally to me. Kim Hajin nervously responds, yes ma'am. The Healing Rain Club members gather near the cube to draw lots. The group arrives at the National Weapon Museum, boasting the largest replica exhibit in Korea. Kim Hajin thinks then it's not far off. His goal, the National Weapon Museum, is within reach. The spotlight shines on Kim Suho. He is a key character at the cube. A student asks Kim Hajin if he is looking at the 7-branch sword exhibit. Kim Hajin responds, Kim Hajin introduces himself, stating, I'm Kim Hajin. Kim Hajin apologizes, stating he momentarily forgot himself. Another student recognizes him, commenting about his choice to use a gun. Kim Hajin thinks about how readers find him unrelatable. He refuses to see guns. Kim Hajin looks up at the museum's high ceilings, thinking as if sensing something strange. A warning booms, monsters have appeared outside the museum. The group inside is in danger. As the warning announcement blares, shock and concern fill the faces of the group. The announcement echoes, monsters have appeared outside the museum. A cadet gasps, fear gripping the group. Chaos erupts as cadets panic. We need to run, one yells, where's the exit? As the announcement blares, cadets are pushing and shoving in a desperate attempt to escape the museum. A cadet shatters the window to escape. Desperate times call for desperate measures as monsters descend. Amidst the chaos, a cadet kneels, clutching a crying child. A voice rings out, calm down. A cadet states, worried, the hero assigned to the museum should be here soon. A voice warns if you go outside like this, you'll become monster feed. The passage to the outside is blocked. The group is trapped inside the museum. The female cadet urges Kim Hajin to find a weapon. We need to stand guard until the hero arrives. Kim Hajin mutters, "Ah, okay," something hits hard. Something falls from above. An exclamation mark appears, signaling imminent danger. What could it be? Kim Hajin steps forward. A sinister figure emerges from the strange, red glow behind him. A voice declares there's one that already got in. It's Lucius's dog. Kim Hajin realizes the attacker, Lucius's dog, is just growth fodder. The monstrous hand lunges forward, claws extended, ready to strike Kim Hajin and the other cadets. Kim Hajin deflects the monstrous hand using his sword, creating a gust of energy. The events unfolding mirror his novel's plot. Kim Hajin stands amidst the unfolding chaos, thinking, just like in my novel. It seems he anticipated this. The wall explodes as a figure crashes through. Kim Hajin sees the monstrous hand lunging towards him. Kim Hajin, surprised and looking up, is caught off guard, saying, "Huh, there is an ominous presence." Kim Hajin observes the strange scene. Something is definitely not right here. The situation is worsening. It's deviating from Kim Hajin's original story. But someone shouts out, "Hey." Someone notices Kim Suho unconscious, yelling out his name. Another shouts, asking if he's all right. Above, someone states Kim Suho isn't in a good condition. He needs time to recover now. She strains as she fires arrows, but something is heading for her fast. The danger comes closer and closer. A sinister smile forms as arrows pierce him. He's almost enjoying this. But those arrows couldn't stop him. It seems they barely hurt. Is he even human, or is he something else? She's shocked by the arrow's ineffectiveness. The man claims it's not any special ability or healing. She curses as the man stands firm, unfazed by her arrow assault. Is he a wall? He's overwhelmed. He shouts no. As the danger approaches Ki Naeun, someone yells, "Ki Naeun, get away," as she is imperiled. The man lunges, intent on reaching Ki Naeun. She grits her teeth, energy coursing through her. Will she be able to defend herself in time? Someone yells out to Ki Naeun, concern etched on his face. "Naeun, are you all right?" He says, "Ask that to yours," as he is hit by arrows. Kim Suho's eyes glow with power. Everyone is shocked as Kim Suho's sword suddenly glows red. What is happening? The man grins, revealing sharp teeth. Dark energy surges around him. What is this ominous power? Kim Suho is shocked as the man's body changes. Red energy surrounds the man, pushing Kim Suho back with incredible force. The man has transformed. Kim Suho falls to the ground in shock. He's been defeated so easily. The transformed man withstands the glowing blade of Kim Suho. He is unhurt, staring as if nothing is happening to him. Ki Naeun gasps as the dark energy engulfs her completely, a sinister aura surrounding her. What will happen to her? Kim Hajin realizes the situation is dire and getting worse, stating this is bad. He yells, "Everyone get away." Kim Hajin is in shock. So why is the content different to what I know, he thinks. Kim Hajin tries to keep his cool but realizes things are changing fast. Shit, he curses. He realizes he can't hurt the jinn. Even increasing the power is futile. The narrator is thinking that the settings must be changed. He starts doing something. Settings for the mana bullet are being altered. Its destructive power is now at level 6. He spends 104 SP. It worked, save. Now he believes he can make a difference. Kim Hajin aims his gun, remembering that attributes and synastry overcome power differences. He thinks the jinn is dark attribute. But darkness is the one that will exhaust the darkness. It's light. Kim Hajin yells, a white light bullet ready to fire. It has destructive power. Kim Hajin fires his white light bullet. It hurtles towards the transformed jinn and Ki Naeun. The jinn unleashes a blast of dark energy towards the cadets. The jinn grins maniacally as its power surges. A red aura surrounds it. At the bottom, a cadet is consumed by a dark ooze. A cadet falls to the ground after an attack. Kim Suho prepares to fight, mana flowing from his sword. I've bought more than enough time, he thinks. Kim Suho prepares to unleash a powerful strike. He asks himself, right, his whole body glows. But as Kim Suho strikes, a bright light surrounds Lucian. What? Lucian cries out. Kim Suho's sword is imbued with magic power. Can it cut through anything? Kim Suho's attack pierces the Jin, who declares, now it's finally over. The Jin screams as Kim Suho's attack lands. A powerful shockwave explodes outwards, destroying the area. Kim Suho's attack sends a wave of energy outwards. Another cadet falls to the floor, groaning in pain. Kim Suho helps Ki Nayeon up after the attack, asking, "Are you okay, Nayeon?" She seems stunned and doesn't reply. Someone nearby tells everyone to leave Ki Nayeon alone. She'll be okay. Ki Nayeon looks horrified by the last statement she heard. She vomits, clearly sickened by the Jin's words. The reptile monster is struck by several attacks, but it doesn't seem to be slowing down. Rachel stands ready to fight with two swords, unfazed by the destruction. The defeated reptile monster bleeds out on the floor, asking, "Does that finish it?" Someone calls out, "Deputy Guildmaster." A woman watches as a man approaches from an ambulance. The Jin states that there are just 3 cadets. Yun Seung-ah wants to know who they are. A character wonders if it was Ki Nayeon, Kim Suho, but is interrupted by the Deputy Guildmaster's arrival. "What luck!" they exclaim. A woman smiles, thinking how lucky she is to meet Kim Suho here. The Deputy Guildmaster thinks to himself what he should say first. He pulls out a white paper, exclaiming, "Ah, perfect timing." He is surprised. The woman smiles at the man, greeting him, "Hello." She asks if he's a cube cadet. The woman acknowledges that Kim Suho is inside the museum. Thanking someone, she pauses, realizing, wait a sec. Chundong wonders how Yun Seung-ah knew he was looking for Kim Suho. He needs to check something. The story clarifies that Kim Hajin's involvement thus far has been inconsequential. The man at his laptop says, he thinks he isn't important enough to influence events. The email states this novel has a co-author. If true, unpredictable things will happen. Kim Hajin realizes the predictions he made are useless. If that's the case, he wonders what will happen. The Jin's attack has scarred Lucius. He realizes he has underestimated these cube cadets. A notification appears on a laptop, a message. It reads, "One flaw." Chundong types furiously at his laptop. He gasps, rereading what he's written. "What did you say?" It's chapter 12 of the novel's Extra, Season 1. Let's read on. An instructor tells Kim Suho and Kim Hajin to return. Someone asks, "What about Nayeon?" The instructor tells them Ki Nayeon is taking a sick leave. He also tells Kim Suho and Kim Hajin that they should quickly return to Cube. Someone whispers Hajin. Before this all happened, someone asks the blue-haired cadet why he spoke like that to Ki Nayeon. The cadet behind the laptop is being criticized for a point of criticism. Someone asks about Ki Nayeon's older brother. He acts clueless. The cadet looks away, injured. He says, "Whatever, let's just talk about it later." The cadet's search history shows he looked up Ki Nayeon's information. He's surprised someone reacted differently than he thought they would. The cadet looks surprised. A news headline reports Ki Jinyoon is in critical condition after a Jin attack. The scene changes. A looming evil presence appears as text appears. Jin suppression operation, Firespark, what is this? This was the first success of Ki Jinyoon, the main character's assistant. Ki Nayeon, only 13, was so proud. Kim Hajin's surprised. It's those messages again. The notification says it will appear after Kim Hajin recognizes the modified settings firsthand. Ki Nayeon cries out for her brother, Ki Jinyoon. The story changed because he had too many helpers. Kim Hajin looks shocked. The news reports monsters appeared in the center of Seoul. Due to the sudden appearance of monsters, 50 civilians are hurt. 7 are dead. Nayeon lays in bed. Someone yells, "Nayeon." A man with glasses looks worried. Nayeon says, "Dad." Nayeon, still in shock, asks what about her work at Cube? Is it over? Nayeon insists she's fine, but her dad worries she hasn't been properly examined. He says he'll call the doctor. Nayeon says she's okay because her father is worried. She asks if she can see her brother before she leaves. Nayeon agrees she's okay and wants to see her brother. Her father is startled but agrees. Of course. Demons, superior to Jinns, can turn humans into a demon seed. The mysterious text above states demons will blossom. The narrator says the incubation period is 5-6 years. Naeun stands outside room 802. Time has passed. The sign reads 802 Daehyun Hospital Ki Jinhyun. Someone thinks there is only one solution to this convoluted situation. The words kill him appear ominously. Someone ponders, but how? As Ki Jinhyun lies in the hospital bed. A grim atmosphere looms. Someone says they can't just leave it to anyone, no mercenary will take the job. The text says because there are no seed indicators, taking action is impossible. It would be impossible for Kim Suho to defeat a fully blossomed demon even with help. Naeun whispers, Opa. Flashing back, someone tearfully says then, followed by in the end. Then Ki Naeun smiles, I'm here. The figure sits in front of a computer in the dark. Ominously, text reads, I have to kill him. Naeun sits on the hospital bed reflecting, I was close to dying, a jinn. Naeun trails off thinking but that gunman before deciding let's not talk about that. Then, a voice says the visiting hours are over. Ki Naeun nods. Ah yes, she agrees, leaving her brother's room. She's determined to see him. He rests in his hospital bed. Opa, she calls out softly but he doesn't respond. Naeun exits her brother's hospital room, the sound echoing behind her. She's lost in thought as she walks away. What will she do? A figure in the dark says, just leave her alone. Who could this be and what is he planning? Someone with glowing eyes thinks, I'm sure her Opa will come soon. A name echoes in the darkness, Kim Hajin, who is thinking about Kim Hajin and what could this mean? Chapter 13, the story of the novel's extra continues, more adventures await. Meanwhile at Hero's Tower, the deputy guildmaster is mentioned outside the file room. The woman warns unauthorized access of national institution files is illegal. He says it's fine. She realizes the trace of light attribute mana is a problem, someone can use it. Light attribute users are a threat to jinns, the woman exclaims. She wants to recruit the cadets at the exhibit. She thinks they are already keeping an eye on Kim Suho and Ki Naeun, who are light attribute users. Kim Hajin types on his laptop, he realizes that others can't see it. He is able to check the settings freely after adding a function to his laptop. Winner, Rachel. A setting change occurs as Demian's self-esteem decreases from the original plot. Rachel beat Demian with a score of 10-2. Kim Hajin is notified whenever a novel setting changes within 30 meters. He thinks this system will be more efficient. Then, someone says, hey. Kim Hajin turns, surprised. The woman looks down at him and asks, why don't you spar me? Kim Hajin declines the spar. He doesn't want trouble hurting a classmate. He knows the rounds are live and dangerous. Elsewhere, other cadets watch the confrontation. The instructor interjects, asking what's going on. She says Kim Hajin doesn't have a weapon and tells Ki Naeun to return. As the instructor walks away, Kim Hajin thinks, I don't think I have to apologize yet. He thinks, I have a primary goal. A hand clenches as a character declares they're working hard to become stronger. They will even kill her older brother to achieve their goals, hinting at a dark motivation. The woman declares, if I improve our relationship, as she walks through the doorway. A dark thought enters someone's mind. She'll just feel even more betrayed in the future. The club president asks if everyone is here, welcoming them to the Truth Club orientation. He introduces himself as Yoon Hyun. Yoon Hyun explains that the Truth Club analyzes monsters and researches raid strategies. They will meet weekly to discuss. The man's handsome looks and captivating presence are abilities of a demon, according to the narration. The cube is the stage where events such as cadet kidnappings occur. Yoon Hyun, a jinn, leads them with his charm ability. Someone is connected to the demon, Lilith. The shadowy figure declares that Kim Hajin is his primary target. Yoon Hyun states the real reason why he joined this academic club. The woman in charge addresses the new recruits. Since today is orientation, why don't we just take it easy today? At a press conference, a monster named Mountain Tyrant is described. It appeared with the outcall. The narrator explains that the Mountain Tyrant appeared roughly 50 years ago. Weak points are extremely valuable, a multi-million-dollar industry. The figure overhead asks, Cadet Yu Yonha, and the expression shifts. The presenter confirms that the Mountain Tyrant's weak points are unknown. He encourages sharing opinions at the club's afterparty. Yoon Hyun asks Yu Yonha if she's going as well. Miss Yonha. Yoon Hyun asks if Yu Yonha is going to the after-party with them. She agrees, hoping to find useful information. Yu Yonha is silent after Yoon Hyun asks if she will share information. The guild, Essence of the Strait, was founded 50 years ago with the Yu family at its center. The narrator continues, noting the Yu family are threatened as the deputy guildmaster's pull is growing. Yu Yonha asks for the point of Kim Hajin's words. He replies, walking down the hall, I'll tell you. Two people wonder what's going on. A heel has a blue emblem. Attack there. The man makes his terms clear. He states, I'm not giving you this information for free. Yu Yonha pauses before asking for the basis of his claim. She demands to see the supporting materials. Yu Yonha is walking away, apparently finished with Kim Hajin's I don't. She thinks, what a waste of time. Kim Hajin thinks that Yu Yonha will lose out if she doesn't trust him. It'll be a waste. He is communicating, hello, Secretary Jin, could you pass something on? During this raid. She believes the blue emblem on the heel of the tyrant is its weak point, so try attacking it. The chapter ends, find out what happens next with Reaper scans. This is the end of chapter 14 of the novel's Extra Season 1. Kim Hajin's wide eyes show his shock as he processes the immense loan. Where did he get the collateral? Kim Chundong's actions have drawn attention. Someone wonders where all the money is going. What about the bank account? He realizes the loan has him by the neck and mutters, I guess I have to earn some money. He mentions two ways to make money legally. The first method is stocks. He can't invest in guild stocks. He says, I guess I'll head to the fields. The fields are dangerous areas with monsters. Unlike towers and dungeons, the difficulty varies wildly. He calculates that by selling monster corpses, he can quickly earn money. He considers strengthening the training firearm with SP. There needs to be another way. Kim Hajin wonders if it's from Yu Yonha. A box sits outside his dorm room door. He opens it and curiously stares at the contents. Kim Hajin is shocked as he stares at the present, exclaiming this is. A pleasant voice thanks Kim Hajin for using the portal. He thinks it's just because he's a cadet that she is attentive. He takes a step ready to face the monsters in Gangwon Province. Time to make some money. The area in Gangwon Province is described as a low-danger ranked field. Entering the fields, a cadet shouts, I'm looking for a party. Needing help, he looks for companions. A broadcast crew investigates rumors of a crazy man hunting bare-bodied in Gangwon Province. Kim Hajin looks for a party to join. Hajin realizes that agencies buy monster parts. Should I try to find a random agent nearby? Turning his head towards a voice, Kim Hajin pauses. Excuse me, it calls. Before Hajin could react, the man asks if he has come to hunt monsters. The man fumbles as he hands Kim Hajin a business card, calling him clumsy. Kim Hajin is surprised by this interaction. Kim Hajin realizes the man is not just an agent but a director. Park Soo-hyuk believes it was fate to meet Kim Hajin here. It somehow seems good, I'll sign a contract. The director eagerly asks if Kim Hajin will sign with them. The world still has room for undiscovered potential. Hajin hesitates, stopping his advance. He asks hesitantly, is it really fine for you to be following me around? The director nervously trails behind Hajin, saying he's okay being abandoned in danger. Hajin spots hobgoblin tracks nearby. Kim Hajin calculates the cost of bullets versus potential profits. What about that guy? Hajin stops to admire the monster. He exclaims, ah, isn't that a steel boar? The director scoffs, dismissing Hajin's gun, saying it can't pierce a steel boar's hide. He pauses, confused by something. The director says, quite good you see, showing the weapon he received as payment. A desert eagle materializes, with high destructive power, low weight, and reduced recoil. The system states Kim Hajin added a certain setting. Someone shouts, excuse me, but you will only serve to anger it. Mr. Kim Hajin. Kim Hajin fires a shot. The steel boar collapses instantly, proving the desert eagle's power. A burst of energy surrounds the steel boar. It is obliterated in a single shot. What happened? The steel boar is no more. The director's jaw drops at its demise. Kim Hajin is impressed. He examines the desert eagle's stats. Its power amplifies with each one-shot kill. Kim Hajin stands tall. Behind him, the director is utterly shocked. That's the end of Chapter 14. Thanks for watching this episode's recap. The Desert Eagle, empowered with mana, radiates with power. Oh, what an amazing gun. Your firing skill is also incredible. The cadet thinks it's nothing, as Kim Hajin blasts the other cadet away with the Desert Eagle. Yuwa. Kim Hajin looks surprised. What now? There was a black pelican by the cliffs. Kim Hajin smirks. 1,000 miles is basically a stone's throw away. The cadet ahead says, well then, I'll go on ahead. Another cadet yells, hold on a moment, wait for me. Two large monsters stand before the cadets. It's just two of them, but they're incredibly heavy. Will we be able to move them? The deal is sealed with a handshake. I should be the one saying that. The agent asks if this was Kim Hajin's first field hunt. Kim Hajin coldly replies, in stocks. That guild, the Packhorse Master, plays a fairly important role in the dungeons of this story. The Suwon Devil Nest has been cleared. Packhorse Master's stocks rise by 1,000%. Just buying them will definitely net me profit. Kim Hajin purchases shares worth $3,000. That should be enough, right? He wonders if he can find stock info elsewhere. Kim Hajin thinks, speaking of the dark web, that reminds me. The Chameleon Troupe, the main villains. The author may be the only one that knows them. Kim Hajin wants to get close to the Chameleon Troupe to kill Ki Jin-yoon. Suddenly the laptop screen goes black. Kim Hajin is startled. What's going on? Why'd it go black? Kim Hajin shouts no, realizing this is his only way back home. It turned on. Someone says, look over there. An unknown threat approaches in a cafe. Two patrons in a cafe whisper, oh my god, is he a celebrity? The man looks exasperated and says, what a pain. Can we stop with these noble society meetings? She says, try to put up with it even if it's a pain. Making connections with club leaders can be beneficial. The man replies, that's why I said good enough. She responds, yeah, all right. As the doorbell rings, who could it be? Yu Yonha enters the Noble Society meeting room with a slightly concerned look on her face. The man happily waves and calls out Ki Naeun, Naeun over here. Naeun joins the table. The man dismisses Ki Naeun's arrival with, it was nothing, don't make a big deal of it. Someone places down a drink, then asks if anyone knows Kim Hajin. Another asks Kim Hajin what about him. She asks if they know about the museum Jin incident from back then. She thought the Jin was strong, making it an all-out fight, but that jerk. The woman questions how he blew off a Jin's arm. It's really sus. They ask Yu Yonha if Kim Hajin is on her team and her thoughts. Me. The Noble Society discusses Cadet Kim Hajin's particulars, how he knew the monster's weakness. She tried asking, but he wouldn't answer, so she'll keep investigating him. She realizes, I didn't see enough power to destroy a Jin's arm. Could he be hiding something? Is he maybe? Kim Hajin is engulfed by a bright light and wonders, just what in the world is this? As his laptop updates to 99%. As the laptop updates to 99%, something pierces Kim Hajin's hand with light. Huh. Kim Hajin screams as the power surges through him, his vision blurring. Is this the way back? Will this be what he needs to finally return home? Information floods Kim Hajin's mind as the laptop reaches 99%. Whatever the case, he thinks, struggling to understand. The man asks, you don't like him, right? The two women stay silent in response. Someone cries out in pain as they struggle in a dark, ominous space. She pauses and begins to say, well, hinting at a serious topic. She pauses and says, basically, as Kim Hajin is seen in a dark space looking at something. The update log appears, showing Book of Truth added to observation and browsing. It's Chapter 16, Season 1 of the novel's extra. Get ready for more. Not long after the museum incident, Kim Suho, Ki Naeun, and Kim Hajin receive awards. They received the Exemplary Citizen Award for their services during the museum incident, but Kim Hajin's injury still hurts. Kim Hajin clenches his fist, trying to understand his new ability. Someone tells him, hey, you're too loud. Kim Hajin retorts, I didn't even say anything. The other cadet snaps back. The other cadet questions if Kim Hajin has forgotten. She reminds him that she saved him during the museum incident. The bickering continues as one cadet tells Naeun to switch seats with him. As the Exemplary Citizen Award ceremony finishes, Hajin feels a tap on his shoulder. A cadet thanks him for his help during the incident. The cadets are thankful, but Kim Hajin brushes off their gratitude. Who knows, you probably would have one anyway. Kim Hajin narrowly avoids a power awakening during the museum incident, thanks to our hero's actions. Someone is telling him to come over. Kim Hajin is annoyed by this order. The announcer introduces Yu Shihyuk, a hero ranked 37th. Someone wonders if he is the famous Valhalla's wolf. The announcer requests all of the award recipients to come to the stage. Kim Hajin, Ki Naeun, and Kim Suho prepare to go up. The announcer praises the award recipients for acting as model citizens. Yu Shihyuk asks, "Are you Kim Suho?" Yu Shihyuk waves off the praise from the association member. Another figure, shrouded in shadow, suggests Kim Hajin join the endless field as a hunter. Kim Suho thinks becoming a hero is all responsibilities and no fun. Yu Shihyuk looks at Kim Suho and remarks, "What a boring bastard." The master says next one is, "It's been a while." The girl awkwardly responds, "M-master." The man is shocked by the interruption as someone asks, "Who are you?" Kim Hajin responds, "Cadet Kim Hajin." Yu Shihyuk says, okay." An internal monologue says that apathy is worse than being disliked. The award ceremony concludes. Kim Hajin thinks to himself that the reward for subjugating jinns is the best, as he is rewarded $15,000. Kim Hajin plans to use his reward money to buy more Packhorse Master stock. He then checks his laptop for updates. Kim Hajin looks at the stigma mark on his arm from yesterday's reward. Kim Hajin focuses his will and activates his stigma. He is clearly surprised by something. Kim Hajin heads back to the dorm. He is thinking to himself about activating laptop internet. Kim Hajin understands that the laptop's greatest feature is its accessibility. Kim Hajin wonders if his laptop has normal sites and those with usage fees. The most important, Violet Banquet. The Violet Banquet site works as a place to exchange information, weapons, bounties, and requests. Kim Hajin is asked, "You know about me, right, Cadet Kim Hajin?" Another cadet is surprised at how quickly he disappeared from the award ceremony. Yun Seung-ah offers Kim Hajin her business card. "I had something I wanted to give to you." Yun Seung-ah wonders, "I had something I was curious about. Mind if I ask?" This is chapter 17 of the first season of the novel's Extra. Yun Seung-ah asks a question, though she has a public image of being friendly. Her real person, she is extremely strict, cutting ties with those who don't meet her standards. This is Yun Seung-ah. He considers the benefits of a good relationship. So, Yun Seung-ah cuts someone off, responding, "No." Yun Seung-ah explains that there's been a misunderstanding. She is interested in him as deputy guildmaster. Kim Hajin smirks, stating that attention is nice. He thinks she only noticed him because he used light attribute magic. Yun Seung-ah shows interest in Kim Hajin. Kim Hajin states that he will be leaving then. She is shocked and confused. The Stigma Authority holds magic power, slowly replenishing over 24 hours. He is now converting the magic power of the Stigma into a dagger form. Will this hurt Yun Seung-ah? The Stigma dagger materializes with a flash of light. He stares at it in awe, surprised. "I can use it by thinking about it." Magic power is heavily influenced by talent and education in this world. He thinks the next thing I need to test is Book of Truth. The text Book of Truth materializes in front of him, glowing with power from the Stigma's mark. The Book of Truth materializes, stating it holds all truths. He questions, it answers, anything. He questions the Book of Truth about his height. The book answers, "You are 174 cm tall." Kim Hajin's smart watch flashes red, an emergency alarm is going off. He panics as his smart watch flashes, an emergency alarm blares loudly. A group text appears, "We are looking for the people who last saw Jin Hajiang," so it's started. 6 cadets have gone missing during this episode. Without clues, the investigation stalls. Kim Hajin and Yun Seung-ah are walking together with other cadets nearby. The culprit's next target is Yu Yonha, if the co-author makes him lose her. He thinks if he interferes too early, the story might go completely haywire. Let's keep watching. The scene changes to a futuristic building, maybe the headquarters of the Cube. It is very large and lit with bright lights. Kim Hajin takes a needed break to rehydrate after a string of events. Someone calls out to Kim Suho, mocking Kim Hajin, Hey Kim Soo, look at those guys. What are you up to, loser? Other cadets mock Kim Hajin, calling him an embarrassment. They question if he bribed his way into the Cube. A cadet shouts, guys, while another restrains someone, stating getting involved will bring problems with Shin Jong-hak. Other cadets discuss Kim Hajin, stating that he may be hiding his strength and his struggles may be an act. The cadets watch Kim Hajin lifting weights, skeptical of his strength. Someone interrupts the cadets, shouting, stop it, you two. Two cadets are surprised to hear that Kim Suho is fighting someone. An instructor yells, what's all this commotion during training time? Everyone gather up. An instructor announces that test results are posted. The cadets rush to see their scores, with some worried about failing the recent evaluation. I really bombed this. The written test results are posted. Kim Hajin is first place. I copied the settings exactly, so that's to be expected. A sword glints mysteriously, resting on a stand, its intricate details visible. Kim Hajin faces Rachel. Rachel Elizabeth Louise is a formidable and distant classmate. Aside from being Rachel Elizabeth Louise, she is the Princess of England. It's revealed Rachel never misses first place on written tests. Kim Hajin thinks with an expression of shock. Everyone is excited and congratulates Rachel on getting into the Cube. Someone mentions that all the classes are only in Korean. Rachel says it's okay. She vows to work hard for everyone's expectations and for the honor of her family. Rachel is overcome with emotion, apologizing to her people. Hajin's answer surprised everyone. The instructor reads the test results, saying, I hope they improve. Rachel is worried about the midterms, saying that phenomenon analysis will be tough. A dizzy Kim Hajin wonders where and who he is. Rachel wonders to herself, what kind of studying does he do normally? Kim Hajin wonders how he should use his newfound talent, Book of Truth. Kim Hajin thinks that Book of Truth can help him earn money, but it has limitations. Kim Hajin thinks, okay, next is SB investment, which I've been pushing off. He's ready to make a decision. The second main story starts. Cube is no longer safe from Jins. Kim Hajin thinks he's setting intervention. Kim Hajin grips his gun tightly, acknowledging his limitations to face a Jin. Kim Hajin realizes that he has more SB than he needs, thanks to Shin Jong-hak. He decides to upgrade his Desert Eagle. Kim Hajin types, adding a change function to his Desert Eagle. Pistol to sniper rifle, he thinks, I hope this works. Kim Hajin thinks he isn't doing anything stupid as he spends 250 SB. A bright light engulfs his Desert Eagle. The bright light fades and the Desert Eagle is now a sleek, futuristic sniper rifle. Kim Hajin laughs, admiring his transformed Desert Eagle. I should at least scare them with this. With his sniper rifle complete, Kim Hajin decides to write a mastery for himself for free. The system explains that a mastery refers to physical techniques or polished skills. Kim Hajin thinks location selection is most important for a sniper to survive and assassinate. He types a way to create this mastery. With 350 SB spent, Kim Hajin learns parkour, hoping it will be useful despite not feeling immediate changes. Kim Hajin's smart watch vibrates. He wonders what it could be. Tragedy strikes again. Another cadet is found. It appears the kidnapper is killing the cadets they abduct. With skulls lying around, the voice questions if they can just watch it happen. Kim Hajin, determined, looks up into the sky, ready to face his fate. The cadets have gathered at the outdoor training field. An instructor calls out, is everyone here? The instructor announces that today's training is special. An artificial dungeon awaits them. The instructor exclaims that the cadets will have a practice dungeon raid in the artificial dungeon, adding a warning to not let their guard down, even if it's training. A loud announcement echoes, declaring joint training between Veritas and Cultivation class. The instructor finishes announcing the team compositions. Now go to your assigned teams. The joint team is made up of Team 8 from Veritas and the Cultivation class. Traps await inside. Some traps were created by Jins. He hopes he can survive the training. Kim Hajin sees the beautiful sky as they enter the artificial dungeon. A message flashes, the setting changed. Kim Hajin is shocked, setting changes have occurred 3 times already, he wonders what is happening. Amidst the chaos, calls echo for team gatherings. A cadet shouts, anyone on Team 3. A loud voice booms, questioning if the slow cadet is Kim Suho from Verida's class Team 1. The cadet from the cultivation class greets Yu Yonha, hoping to get along well with her. Jaden's growth potential increases by 0.5. She sees Kim Hajin and asks, "You're also in my team." A cadet introduces himself. "My name's Sven." The setting changes, Sven's fortitude grows weaker. Suddenly, a message pops up, stating that there is a high chance of possession. A message blares as a new setting change occurs. These are big changes. The novel's extra, Chapter 19 Season 1, is brought to you by Reaper Scans. 2 cadets are important. The first is Jaden from the cultivation class. Jaden was scouted by Essence of the Strait. His growth potential is increasing. This is my team. A girl announces Team 8 is Jin Hosung, Hizuki, and Lee Hajin. It's Kim Hajin. He is a student from Germany. He is a shining hero candidate. Most importantly, he likes Ki Naeun. Sven entered the cube with dreams of reaching the top, just like many other students from abroad. Reality hits hard as magic blasts surround him. Compared to the monstrous skills of others, Sven became just another run-of-the-mill cadet. Sven sells his soul to a djinn for power, but this weakens his mind. A demon pawn may take over him. Kim Hajin worries about his adjustments to the story. Someone calls out, "Hey, you're that sharpshooter, right?" Jaden, annoyed by Kim Hajin's actions, lectures him about focusing in the dungeon. "What? Buzz off." Jaden's attitude earns him a reputation. Kim Hajin stays silent, gripping something in his pocket. A rumor spreads about Kim Hajin, painting him as a blackmailer. Kim Hajin wonders why his teammates aren't defending him. Jaden confidently leads Team 1 and hears he's the rank 1 support cadet. He feels the teams are unbalanced. Inside the artificial dungeon, Team 8 cautiously moves through the cave, alert to any danger. The team finds themselves at a crossroads. Hizuki wonders aloud, where should we go? A voice declares they will move to the 6th level with the others following. A man asks, who do you think you are? Kim Hajin assesses Team 8 as shabby but keen. I get to go the route Ki Naeun went through. Kim Hajin sees Ki Naeun's profile on his laptop. I can't lose her. The team leader warns, pay attention to the monsters ahead. But confusion dawns, what monsters? One team member retorts, can't you see it, salamander up ahead. The team is still stuck on what to do with the salamander. He asks, should I shoot a light arrow? Hizuki fires a light arrow, creating a blinding flash. The powerful blast of light illuminates the cave. Hizuki's light arrow blinds the team. A salamander, a level 6 monster, appears before them. One cadet yells for real. Kim Hajin sees the salamander and thinks, attribute attacks, I need to save it for now. Hizuki is ready to act. Hizuki launches a powerful strike. Her katana clashes against the monster. An explosive impact shakes the cave. The salamander roars, powerful strikes are thrown. Hizuki and Jin Hosung continue to fight the beast. The salamander collapses under their combined attacks. Team 8 cries out, we got it. The dungeon changes. A light of thundering shock appears with a question about whether Yu Yonha reached the verge of enlightenment. Kim Hajin says, let's keep moving, she's really amazing. A red line strikes through Hizuki. Jin Hosung tries to grasp her. They are both slammed to the ground. Kim Hajin regains consciousness. Someone tells him to let go. Yep, he responds. He is being held by Jin Hosung. Sorry, Kim Hajin says. Hizuki and Yu Yonha ask what's going on. A strange, glowing object is discovered by someone who asks, where'd it come from? The narrator reflects, was closer than I expected. It flashes back to when Kim Hajin fell. Hizuki is hit by a poison arrow. Neurotoxin has been applied to the arrowhead. Hizuki is panting with exhaustion. Hizuki is down and panting, clearly hit by the poison arrow. She apologizes weakly. The one who is with her, full of rage, screams, ah, shut up. Another one calls out to get back up if Hizuki can even talk. What the hell? A monstrous figure appears, emitting a guttural roar. Team 8 is in more danger than they realize. Team 8 is in grave danger, as Hizuki has been struck by a poison arrow. Within the artificial cave, cadets fight back-to-back with no retreat possible. Their training has become an intense fight for survival. The remaining salamanders continue their assault. Jin Hosung grits his teeth, ready to swing his axe at the approaching monsters. Another arrow whizzes past. Is it too late for Hizuki? The salamanders press their advantage, closing in for the kill. With Hizuki down, Kim Hajin fires his gun while Yu Yonha prepares to strike a swift, retaliatory blow. The poison arrow strikes true, Hizuki collapses, the neurotoxins rapidly taking effect. Can anyone save her? Team 8 wonders if they are almost done. Apparently only peanut flames and salamanders remain, they can keep forging ahead. Kim Hajin stands defiantly. Is he about to do something reckless to save her? A poison arrow with ambush of silence. Even high perception cadets missed its approach. Hizuki cries out as the venom spreads through her. Flames dance mockingly above as her life slips away. Kim Hajin is shocked. A salamander explodes into a burst of peanut flames. Kim Hajin is shocked as another salamander descends. Will he be able to protect his team? A shockwave explodes out from the salamander and Hizuki screams. It was still alive. Kim Hajin is ready to use his stigma's power, as Hizuki is in a dire situation. Kim Hajin quickly casts a water barrier, using stigma and magic power to hopefully shield the team. A powerful blast rocks the cave as Kim Hajin's water barrier is activated. The water barrier is a powerful sight, but will it hold against the blast? The water barrier explodes outwards and collides with the salamander's explosion. Is this the end of Team 8? As the water barrier collides with the salamander's explosion, a monstrous roar echoes through the dungeon. Can Team 8 survive? The team is aghast. What the? Hizuki is shocked by the blast. What insane firepower, another cadet says, it scorched my skin. Kim Hajin realizes the salamander's attack didn't touch him directly. Oi, sharpshooter. Jin Hosung yells out in anger, were you asleep? Yu Yonha urges them to keep moving, while another cadet wonders if it was a real monster. As Team 8 move forward, one cadet muses, magic gear was probably a lie. Kim Hajin couldn't even afford a Desert Eagle, then how did he do that? Back in the real world, someone reflects that Kim Hajin is hiding something significant. A mysterious figure looms. Is he possibly a djinn hiding in plain sight? Amidst the chaos of the explosion, the artificial dungeon continues to burn and shows no sign of stopping. The team catches sight of a hulking magma golem, the dungeon's boss. Can they win? The surviving cadets regroup, assessing their options. Where did that arrow even come from? Wonders one, they need help soon. Hizuki apologizes, succumbing to the poison's effects. Her team's survival now hinges on overcoming this crisis. Hizuki lies defeated, tears streaming down her face. Why do I always end up like this? It hurts. A mysterious voice echoes, calling someone a child and asking if they want strength. The mysterious voice continues, claiming the price is cheap, much cheaper than putting everything on the line. Hizuki utters a strained cry as a strange, glowing hand reaches out to her. As the poison consumes her, Hizuki cries, "I want to become strong." A glowing hand reaches for her. A malevolent presence declares, "Got you," as tendrils of darkness and eyes surround Hizuki, solidifying the deal. Hizuki's transformation is now complete, an ominous presence engulfs her. What's with these dudes?" one of the cadets exclaims. With Hizuki's transformation complete, a monstrous aura bursts forth from her. Hizuki is shocked at what is happening to her. A colossal figure appears behind the transformed archer. Hizuki's transformation is complete and she lets out a guttural yell. A terrifying new power is unleashed. The transformed Hizuki roars, a wave of raw power erupts, screaming, "Run!" Check out the novel's extra on Reaper scans, to support the creators. The earth cracks and trembles with Hizuki's terrifying transformation taking place. Hizuki's monstrous form is wreaking havoc, the very dungeon trembling under the immense shockwaves released. Hizuki screams in agony as her teammates rush forward to assist her. This deal has changed her forever. The shockwave sends her teammates flying, leaving a sword stuck in the ground. Hizuki coughs, catching her breath as she lays sprawled on the floor. Her teammates are down and hurt. Hizuki pants, exhausted and terrified as she stares at the monster. There's no way, this thing's a puppet. Hizuki thinks to herself, "I'm going to die, here of all places." She is surrounded by ominous red energy. A surge of energy blasts upward, followed by more intense pulses around the puppet. Hizuki is questioning what is happening. Kim Hajin looks on, he might know something about this puppet. Kim Hajin aims, his stigma energy swirling as he prepares to fire at Hizuki. A few minutes prior, the team faces a massive rock wall in the dungeon. Hizuki and Jin face a rock wall that wasn't there before. Jin is annoyed, wondering who put it there. Hizuki screams, declaring the rock wall is not breakable. What will she do? Hizuki spots a new path and alerts the team. There's an opening. Kim Hajin wonders if they can just go through there instead of the wall. Jin scoffs at Hizuki and questions how she plans to climb the wall. Hizuki confidently states she will use mastery. Kim Hajin is blasted back by Hizuki's power. Can he regain his footing? As rocks collapse above, Jin wonders if this puppet is a cat. He is confused. Jin curses as he sees the destroyed dungeon. What in the world is going on? The puppet suddenly bursts to life with glowing red eyes. Jin wonders how it's able to recover from a stun so quickly. Hizuki snaps out of her daze, yelling at Ki Naeun to move. Is Ki Naeun the next target? Hizuki cries out for help, then a surge of power erupts, declaring a battle formation. The puppet roars to life. It lunges forward with incredible speed and strength. A blinding flash erupts from the puppet as it unleashes chaotic energy. Hizuki attacks the wall with all her might, declaring, "Shit, it didn't even budge an inch." She calls for help. Hizuki grabs her katana with renewed resolve. Yellow magic circles flare around her, power gathering quickly. Hizuki yells for the team to buy me some time, just a little. Something lurks in the background. Hizuki cries a little bit more. His stigma is aimed at her and he is coming closer. The monster suddenly attacks with blinding speed. The entire dungeon is being destroyed from the battle. Hizuki apologizes as she arrives. The dungeon is glowing from the power unleashed by the transformed Hizuki. An explosion sends Hizuki flying. The monster looms over her with menacing red energy. Hizuki mutters, unlike back then, things are going to be a little different. With a surge of power, Hizuki unleashes a light arrow. It explodes with energy. Will it hit its mark? Dust and rock explode as the force from her transformation increases. Chapter 22 begins. Read the novel's extra to support the creators. Dust and debris are kicked up as Hizuki unleashes a powerful blast, shaking the dungeon. The monster is changing form. After defeating the golem, the cadets wonder about rewards. One calls out, checking if everyone is okay amidst the chaos. A cadet is shocked. How did you kill that thing? Kim Hajin smirks, ultimate duh, Sven's deal was averted. Kim Hajin realizes Hizuki only delayed his transformation and has completed his demonic contract. It's even more dangerous now. Yu Yonha pauses, processing the situation. She calls out to Kim Hajin, hey. Hizuki pauses and says, I thought that I should at least say. Her expression is hidden. Hizuki struggles to speak, her face filled with a deep internal conflict. Hizuki manages to utter thanks. As Kim Hajin looks on, his expression unreadable. The cadets are shocked at Hizuki's thank you. Kim Hajin questions why it was Ki Naeun of all people mentioned. Her first tragedy struck on her 6th birthday. She lost her mother to a djinn. She chose to become a hero. While other children played, Naeun trained rigorously, sacrificing normal friendships and childhood experiences for heroism. Hizuki thought revealing her feelings was the same as showing weakness. Few have heard her say thanks. Naeun has very few true friends. The author notes because the word sorry was written more than thanks. Kim Hajin looks distraught. His eyes reveal a hidden sadness and regret. Yu Yonha questions Hizuki, so why are you getting bullied by Jonghak and his gang when you're this strong? Kim Hajin questions Hizuki's strength. If you're that strong, beat your bullies. Hizuki replies she can't win. Kim Hajin reveals his personal weapon, a golden pistol, asking does that explain it? But Ki Naeun yells, calling him crazy. Kim Hajin reveals he hides his weapons with his stigma. Hizuki suddenly realizes something about his strength. Ki Naeun is skeptical and asks, does your talent strengthen firearms? Kim Hajin replies, think whatever you want. Hizuki warns him she'll overlook his weapon this time, but not again. She demands to know if he has anything to say. Hizuki pauses, a silent beat hanging in the air between her and Kim Hajin. Kim Hajin says that he doesn't know, he thinks he should apologize now. Kim Hajin thinks, but I can't do that, it's best to remain an uncomfortable acquaintance. Hizuki states, I didn't know you were close to him. Another cadet denies any closeness. Suddenly, a message booms through the dungeon. All cadets are to pause the raid and exit immediately. Something is wrong. The announcement repeats as the instructors notice the cameras are malfunctioning. The cube decides the cadets will investigate how a real monster replaced a doll. He reflects that the djinns in cube leadership buried the incident. The real investigation begins later in the story. Demonic contracts amplify emotions and obsession. The worst case would involve Sven. Kim Hajin thinks he needs to monitor Sven and Naeun's actions now. His messenger has unread messages. While still in the dungeon, Kim Hajin hacks into Ki Naeun's smart watch. Kim Hajin sees a message from Sven who wants to bet. The hunting club is going to Gangwon province. Kim Hajin realizes that today is when Sven is supposed to go berserk in the original story. He decides to tag along. Kim Hajin thinks, I've grown quite a bit, time to go to MT Gari dungeon. His watch vibrates with more messages. Kim Hajin looks up, startled by a voice calling out, hey Hajin. It seems someone wants his attention. Kim Hajin receives a message asking if he is free on Friday. MT Gari, a place of intense spiritual energy, attracting people other than martial artists. Instead of fighting monsters, some people search for valuables buried in the mountains. One of those people is Kim Yun-jun. Kim Yun-jun states he isn't looking for ginseng. Kim Yun-jun reveals he is actually looking for a specific location. Kim Yun-jun preaches that people who jump into this business want to get rich quickly. He then wishes Kim Ha-jin good luck. Kim Yun-jun laughs at Kim Ha-jin as he trips and falls on a tree root. Despite the tumble, Kim Ha-jin's eyes widen as he spots something glowing. It's a ginseng radiating spiritual energy from deep within the mountain. He gasps, "I." Stuffing his face, Kim Ha-jin chews, "What I'm eating right now is a 7-year ginseng root." Kim Ha-jin used his ability to boost his stats for 30 minutes. He regrets not selling it for 700 million. In the middle of MT, Gari's cliff, Kim Ha-jin realizes how high it is. He struggles through the last of the vines and moss, grunting with effort. Kim Ha-jin finds himself face to face with the Death Knight, this dungeon's boss. "Even with the ginseng, I'm no match." But that doesn't matter. A monstrous hand erupts from the ground with dark magic. Kim Ha-jin now faces not only the monstrous hand, but the entire army of the Death Knight. It looks as though skeletons are emerging around him. Kim Ha-jin stands ready, surrounded by the Death Knight's army. He's in the dungeon's hidden stage. Suddenly, Kim Ha-jin pulls out his golden pistol. He aims straight at Hizuki, ready to put a stop to this. Hizuki is shocked. She can't believe the situation she's now facing. Suddenly, Kim Ha-jin activates clairvoyance. He's enhancing his senses to see the whole battlefield. Clairvoyance pinpoints the exit. Kim Ha-jin dives headfirst, following the path through the skeletal army. A blinding flash engulfs the cavern as Kim Ha-jin fires his golden pistol. The golden bullet hits its mark, dealing with Hizuki, but more undead rise from the ground. I guess they're more or less taken care of. Kim Ha-jin realizes he's approaching the hidden boss, the witch, Evangel's abode. Before him is Evangel's castle, the worst undead fortress in history. He states why he is aiming for Evangel today, because of 2 items. Kim Ha-jin's goal to acquire Evangel's seed, which is Ether, a growth-type weapon. He states there is no better item he can use than Ether, to grow quickly at the moment. Kim Ha-jin's clairvoyance activates, showing what's ahead. The skill reveals distorted images of the hidden stage. The path to Evangel's castle isn't what it seems. Evangel's castle is filled with crystal formations and mystical power. A matured witch is hard to deal with. The undead child clutches a magical orb. It reacts violently to the golden bullet. Kim Ha-jin, with grim determination, prepares for the battle with Evangel's abode. Kim Ha-jin snaps out of his thoughts, realizing the gravity of the situation. Tomer did it too, besides. Kim Ha-jin admits that he was the one who created Evangel. Witches are immortal. Kim Ha-jin unleashes the power of stigma, turning it into a spear of light attribute magic. Ginsengs are pretty good. Kim Ha-jin glows with light magic. I feel like I've become Yu Yonha. Kim Ha-jin has fired his magic-enhanced stigma. His eyes widen in shock as the blast reaches its target. Despite taking a direct hit from Kim Ha-jin's attack, Hizuki remains standing. She's still alive, Kim Ha-jin wonders. A bright flash surrounds Kim Ha-jin after Hizuki's attack. She's standing right in front of him. The dark power subsides. Kim Ha-jin, recovering from Hizuki's attack, reflects, I guess it was just a reflection of her nature. Kim Ha-jin has acquired Ether, also known as Evangel's seed. He's one step closer. Kim Ha-jin's variable stats have increased, and the attachment is now bound to him. Whoa, he mutters, the attachment effect is pretty nice. He smiles, thinking, I got 47 SB, and the ginseng should sell soon. Kim Ha-jin looks at the Evangel seed and calls it Villainous, but it can be an ally. Kim Ha-jin realizes growing Evangel's seed is simple, just needs a small amount of blood. Kim Ha-jin sets Evangel's seed aside, wondering, how am I supposed to get their blood? He thinks to sleep early. The scene shifts to Gangwon-do at the Byokpa Mineral Spring location. The instructor cheerfully greets the cadets, checking that everyone is present. It's our first meeting since the orientation, she announces. The instructor explains that the hunting club Leonidas helps citizens. I only narrated the general ending, she says. The announcement reads, Ki Naeun is severely injured and Sven dies from the demonic human's rampage. While the search team's attention is focused on her, the author thinks about Sven's setting. The narrative explains that Hizuki isn't berserk, just barely using demonic power. Shin Jong-hak thinks he could take Kim Suho out now, but knows he'd lose. Ki Naeun wonders if he's looking at her. Ki Naeun wonders why Kim Hajin loiters around her, even though he acts uncaring. Another cadet tells her to be careful, there are disappearances. Hizuki is shocked, but a resolve settles over her features. He's not the kind of person to do that. Kim Hajin thinks about what he heard. It seems like the hunting club went to Gangwon-do. A deer grazes peacefully in the forest, unaware of the ominous presence lurking nearby. The deer that was grazing innocently is now dead, bleeding out from a fatal strike. Tentacles loom behind Sven as he stands alone in the forest. Ki Naeun's voice echoes through the trees, "Sven, where are you?" The instructor finds the lone cadet. "Oh, there you are," she stops, surprised. "What the hell, how did you get so many?" Heizuki smirks, sure of her victory. She tells Sven she will fulfill his wish if he speaks it. Please," he whispers. Ki Naeun looks on with shock. Unbeknownst to her, Sven has contracted with the demon of lust, Asmodeus. The demon Asmodeus amplified Sven's desire. He asks Ki Naeun to go out with him, his innocence lost in the demonic presence. Ki Naeun looks confused after hearing Sven's confession to her. "You don't want to?" she hears Heizuki ask. Ki Naeun thinks, "I see. The demonic human's true nature, hurry up and reveal." Asmodeus's influence takes hold. Down below, Heizuki hears Ki Naeun declare her preference. "I only like guys who are stronger than me." Heizuki in the distance apologizes to Sven while he stares on, barely able to believe what he is hearing. The demonic contract has taken full hold. Heizuki declares Ki Naeun will come to like her if she's stronger. Suddenly, a barrage of light arrows is launched. Heizuki is engulfed in demonic energy. She mutters to herself, "What's happening?" Etha transforms, becoming a shield for Kim Hajin and Ki Naeun as he asks, "Are you okay, Ki Naeun?" The demonic presence lunges at Kim Hajin. Ki Naeun screams his name. Heizuki drops her broken katana, yelling, "Damn it!" Demonic energy explodes outwards from her. She cries out in pain. Ki Naeun screams, unleashing her power, "Let go of him, you son of a bitch." A chilling confession echoes around Ki Naeun as Sven's demonic form declares, "I love you, Ki Naeun." Above, Sven declares his love. Below, Ki Naeun erupts with power, yelling with rage. Sven is in immense pain as the demonic influence consumes him. An exclamation mark appears, highlighting the situation. A caption informs the reader that some characters have great potential. The entity declares people can't reach their potential if they pick the wrong weapon. "She's the greatest of them all," it says, chuckling. Ki Naeun, enraged, unleashes her mana, screaming, "Let him go, you son of a bitch." A tear falls as Heizuki's demonic transformation reaches its horrifying completion. Suddenly, everything turns bright as a surge of mana rips through the air. Chapter 25 of Season 1 of the novel's Extra is now available to read. Heizuki's shocking transformation continues, creating powerful shockwaves that ripple through the artificial dungeon. Heizuki looks at her hand in shock, still processing her transformation. A teammate is equally shocked. Her teammate asks if he's okay. Kim Hajin replies, "Yeah," she replies, "Is that so? Something is wrong." Kim Hajin shouts, "Naeun," as he sees Ki Naeun flying backwards from Heizuki's shockwave. Yu Yonha is confused. Jin Hosung is carrying her. "I was carrying you because you weren't waking up." Yu Yonha shouts at Jin Hosung to put her down now. Jin Hosung replies, "Fine, whatever," releasing her. Heizuki is sent flying backwards after the shockwave. She's confused by what is happening and is in disbelief. Hizuki is sitting down looking at her legs in shock. A teammate asks what's wrong with her legs. Kim Hajin is surprised. Hizuki is experiencing mana exhaustion. Jin Hosung explains what this means. Hizuki shouts, "I know that." Hizuki's teammate questions if she'll keep using the bow, to which she retorts a snarky response. Hizuki's deal granted her incredible power and a devastating sword skill. Hizuki, overcome with anger, yells at someone, "Don't act like you know everything." Kim Hajin tells his team that they can head to the portal facility alone. Yu Yonha asks him what he's doing. Kim Hajin says he's late and leaves. Jin Hosung shouts, asking him to wait. Overlooking a city, a character asks, "Did you hear the news?" The team realizes Ki Naeun was attacked by a Jin. The Jin was Sven. Kim Hajin opens the door and enters the room. He's surprised by who is there, muttering, "Oh." The team sitting inside greets him, "Welcome, Hajin." The broadcast continues, naming Kim Horak, Shin Jonghak, Yu Yonha, and Lee Yonhan as cadets in danger. It's the day before the hunting club incident. Kim Suho receives a message on his smart watch. It reads, "Do you have time on Friday? I have a favor to ask." Kim Yun-jun states that the Cube has tasked them with investigating the missing people incident. A cadet asks Kim Suho if he's not going. Kim Suho replies, "Just a sec." Kim Suho understands what is being said but wonders why he's being called. "You have good eyes." He is told that Naeun recommended him for this mission, which surprises him. He's asked if he can help. A cadet thanks everyone for coming. He thinks to himself that he will gain SP. He announces that he will begin. A member of the group shares that they don't think the same Jin is responsible for both attacks. Hizuki's eyes widen in rage, thinking Naeun. Someone thinks Ki Naeun may be a target. It's possible the demon wants other victims. Do you suspect anyone? Because blurting out their names is dangerous, he waits for the story to unfold. The shadowy figure warns of future victims as Hizuki says thanks. She doesn't want to wait for the story to progress. Hizuki reflects she won't allow bad things to happen to her comrades again. Her demonic power swells. The team suspects Yoon Hyun. He's the president of the academics club, but he seemingly has an alibi. The team states they investigated him because he was close to the first victim. The investigator pauses, a thought forming. "This is a bit strange. You're fixated on someone that we said has an alibi, but I think." Kim Suho stares with wide eyes at something he cannot believe. What? Chapter 26 of the novel's extra begins. Remember to support Reaper scans. The author thinks of adding a rich, fierce helper character for Kim Suho. The author's fingers tap on the keyboard. This character's name will be Yu Yonha. He refutes, saying he's more likely a Jin than the club president. What? The author now questions if Yu Yonha might like commoner food. What will happen? A voice says, "Yonha, Hajin has an alibi. He used a portal then." She states she's taking a stab in the dark like with someone. Portal records can be altered. He shouts, questioning what she said. He cracks his knuckles, a menacing aura building. "I'm sure he'll talk after a few hits," he declares. "What do you guys think?" 3 different men are present. One says hee, another with a sinister smirk. Are these alternate versions of Hajin? The mystery thickens. The red-haired man asks what's so funny, threatening to snap him in half. The other man shouts back in defiance. An unseen man threatens to put a hole between someone's brows. "Stop," another man shouts, "now isn't the time." He tells them to ask Ki Naeun. They were at the hunting club together, then his phone smashes against the table. He calls out, "Hey scumbag," face contorted in rage. "Why is her name coming out of your mouth?" The man explodes in fury, unable to restrain himself any longer. "You fucking." The man declares the son of a bitch as the culprit, but another yells for him to stop. The man strikes him with a brutal punch, leaving him reeling. AK. The dust clears to reveal Hajin shielding the club president from the attack. "Did you just dodge my attack?" Hizuki asks, bewildered by the unexpected turn. Bewildered, Hizuki can't believe Kim Hajin dodged his strike. He prepares to strike again. Hizuki says, "Clearly I need to teach you a lesson," before teleporting behind Kim Hajin. Hizuki attacks with his katana, but Kim Hajin still hasn't moved an inch. Horek attempts to calm the situation, stating that enough is enough. You too, Yonha, he says, diffusing the tension. Yonha pauses, a thoughtful look on her face. Wait, she says, as rubble litters the hallway, someone shouts Hajin from room 303. She insists that Hajin couldn't possibly be a djinn. Ki Nayeon's name is displayed on her watch as someone asks if she's listening. The building shakes, indicating a demonic presence. Kim Hajin walks downstairs into what appears to be a portal room. Beneath a violet sky, a river flows. What awaits beyond this tranquil facade? Hajin sighs, questioning if he's doing the right thing. His eyes betray the uncertainty of his predicament. The author is writing characters he loves and cares for. He says, I'm getting sick of this. Looking at pictures of his former life, Kim Hajin wishes to see his family again. He thinks about his family. Will they find him? Will they miss him? A bubble appears in the scene. Kim Hajin exclaims, shocked and confused. A notification appears. His tenacity has increased. How will this help Kim Hajin? Kim Hajin sighs as a notification states his tenacity has increased. It really doesn't know how to read the mood. As his tenacity increases, Kim Hajin realizes he wouldn't have given up trying to return home. Kim Hajin stands silently. Distorted sounds and a faint buzzing fill the air. Amidst the vastness, a path unfolds, beckoning Kim Hajin towards his fate. Someone asks what's going on with Hajin. Another replies that it's best to leave him alone. Others watch from afar, unsure what to do next. Yonha questions if Kim Hajin used his talent earlier. She wonders how he avoided Hizuki's attack. She finds him suspicious. Yonha receives a message from Hyun. He asks to see her tomorrow. Yonha sends Hyun a message, okay, but what does she plan to do? Covered in blood, Hizuki smiles maniacally, gripping his smart watch. He laughs, haha. We see the cube training facility drafts for the novel's extra, a main building and rest area. The cover page displays Kim Hajin and a cloaked figure, marking chapter 27. Kim Hajin thinks staying busy helps with melancholy. He finds no relief with normal tasks. But Kim Hajin questions why he's bothering with his own characters. Ki Nayeon. Another cadet worries, asking if Ki Nayeon is okay to be back so soon. She smiles, insisting she's fine alone. Shin Jonghak shouts for Kim Suho not to touch Ki Nayeon, who tells him to go away. Nayeon is in thought. The lecturer tells everyone to take their seats as class begins. Midterms are in less than a week. Practical exams are next. The practical exams will be assessed based on duels and monster battles against phantom beasts. The lecturer warns that practical exams will be difficult. Kim Hajin thinks written tests are easy, but duels are a problem. Duels require a nomination ticket, and each cadet gets 3. However, the cube implemented a countermeasure, the compensation point system. Even if rank 1 defeats the lowest rank, points will be affected. Despite the risk, some cadets will nominate those they hate to beat them up. Kim Hajin thinks, come to think of it, something else is bothering me. He wonders about Ki Nayeon's behavior. Isn't she a bit? Kim Hajin thinks Rachel is strange. She never talks but always hangs around. He then realizes she is peeking at his notes. Kim Hajin writes names in a notebook. He is puzzled and questions the writing. Rachel sees the names Kim Hajin wrote down and states, they're my parents' names. Yonha receives a message on her smart watch from Hyun. I'm in the study room, Yonha, take your time. Yonha walks into the study room. Hyun greets her with a warm smile, oh Yonha. Hyun greets Yonha with a smile and a simple hi. He notes others aren't here. Shall we take a seat? Yonha notices a scented candle and says, it's apparently good for focusing. She is asked about joining the demonic human search team. Yonha says, oh really, but we're not making any progress at all. Hyun replies, no, not yet. Hyun reflects, stating his mind is at peace, though he is called a demonic human. Someone questions Hyun using psychological magic, then asks for evidence. Yonha questions what Hyun is basing his accusations on. He backtracks, claiming he misspoke. Hyun pauses, then states, innocent people don't ask about evidence when accused. Hizuki, transformed and wielding immense demonic power, demands, what are you? Hyun asks, what's wrong, Yonha? as demonic energy starts to swirl. In the cube dorm, an unknown figure ominously states, "There's still a while until it's your turn." Hizuki, with a shocked look and clenched fist, is speechless at the revelation. Hizuki is bound to a chair. She seems to be yelling while she is restrained. The scene cuts to a record player in a darkened room. Suddenly we see that Hizuki is tied to a chair. This is the second-year dorm. Hizuki screams Yoonhyun, realizing he might be the one behind the missing people. Was he telling the truth? Someone may be thinking of betraying Yu Yonha, as Hizuki is tied up and is thinking to calm down. Hizuki strains against her restraints, crying out for help as her hands are tightly bound to the chair. Is anyone coming to her rescue? Yoonhyun, looming over a tied-up Yu Yonha, coldly states, "You shouldn't do that, Yonha, right?" Kim Hajin receives a message and questions who it could be. Yu Yonha, A. Kim Hajin looks at his smart watch. What does this mean? He wonders, seeing Yu Yonha's name and an SOS. The title displays a sci-fi draft of Soul, showing blueprints and sketches. The story is now on chapter 28. The main character is aiming his gun. Yoonhyun tightens the rope. He wonders how Yu Yonha's friend would react to strange texts. He plans to kill Kim Hajin. Yoonhyun smirks, reading a message. Hizuki is furious. She knows the search team will find her soon. It doesn't matter, she resolves to leave Cube after this. Hizuki loves to see the expression of the cadets. Yoonhyun's demonic presence increases, his voice echoing. However, Lady Lilith wants to see her face dyed with fear. Kim Hajin received a weird message from Yu Yonha. Did she accidentally send this? He wonders. Kim Hajin understands, the text is code. He yells Book of Truth to figure out what's going on. Kim Hajin summons the Book of Truth, radiating a cool blue light. He demands, what is Yu Yonha's current location? The book might hold the key to her safety. Yoonhyun's demonic voice whispers, Yonha, you've been lonely enough. She is tied to a chair, defenseless. Yoonhyun leans in close, his red eyes gleaming with malicious intent. I know that feeling too. Yu Yonha cries, helpless. Yoonhyun relishes her fear, his eyes glowing red. Yoonhyun states her willpower is strong and he can't believe she hasn't been brainwashed yet. You don't have to be afraid. Yoonhyun is getting close to Yu Yonha. She wants you as well, he whispers. Yonha struggles, tied tightly to the chair. Yoonhyun grins, it's no use even if you manage to loosen it. There's no... Yoonhyun unleashes a demonic attack on Yonha, the impact exploding around her. Yonha is blown back by the attack. Ah, she screams as the explosion rocks the room. Yu Yonha looks at the defeated opponent. Enraged, she yells, who the hell are you? Hizuki is hit by a special bullet. Her injuries are severe, it cannot be healed. Son of a... Yoonhyun screams, where are you? Get out here. The room is filled with a red energy. Yu Yonha is blasted backward, the glass shattering around her. She is struggling to stay conscious. Yoonhyun taunts Yu Yonha, telling her not to waste her strength. Far away, Kim Hajin responds. Kim Hajin shouts as he moves his finger, shooting something at Hizuki. Will it be enough to stop her? Kim Hajin is seen holding a device. A blue light emanates from the device, illuminating his face and the surrounding area. Kim Hajin, aiming his sniper rifle, declares, this is why long-range sniping is the best. Yoonhyun says, I'm sure you'll get me something even better if you have a conscience, right? Hizuki is bleeding, yelling, fucking. Kim Hajin shoots at Hizuki. She is hit and falls backwards. She is seriously injured and bleeding out. Kim Hajin takes a deep breath and focuses on Hizuki, taking aim with his sniper rifle. Kim Hajin thinks he saw something he shouldn't have. He asks if she's all right. Yes, Yonha responds, tied up. A disembodied voice tells Hizuki to take a nap. The search team is coming. She whispers, okay, as she feels her life force fading. The manhwa shifts its focus. It shows a layout of the cube dormitory. The novel's extra remake, episode 29, is here. More mystery and action awaits. Ki Naeun wakes up in a hospital bed, disoriented and questioning where she is. You're up, someone says. Someone appears in Ki Naeun's hospital room holding an apple. What are you doing here? She asks suspiciously. The person responds, we were taking turns nursing you, me Naeun Jonghak Horek. Ki Naeun asks, why? A hand clenches in frustration. since we're partially responsible for the situation. The person in front says, in any case, we're really sorry. A cadet replies, you get told you're stubborn, don't you? Someone offers Ki Nayeon an apple. She thinks to herself, but I guess that was my misunderstanding. She wonders if the man came. Ki Nayeon pauses, realizing something. That person who, a thought bubble shows above. She decides to dismiss it and never mind. Chundong smiles, receiving a message from Yu Yonha. Thank you, I'll make sure to repay you. SB increases by 457. Kim Hajin's luck activates, rewarding him with extra SB. Deadeye mastery increases, he thinks. Kim Hajin thinks it's not much of a bonus, but enough to save Yu Yonha. Someone calls out Mr. Hajin. Director Park Soo-hyuk greets someone with a smile, surprised by their call. An urgent message is being conveyed below. The man opens the briefcase. I want to invest in SH Entertainment. He brings it to Park Soo-hyuk. The man is shocked and says, pardon, he posted ginseng on Violet Banquet. After the ginseng sale, he invested the remaining funds in SH Entertainment. He is uncertain of its value, he stutters. The man closes the briefcase on the table and finishes their discussion. Hajin says, you're way older than me, please speak casually. The man is shocked and starts to panic. The man is in disbelief at what's happening. This guy. Someone says, oh, let's stop by the convenience store first. The man beside him is curious about the scratch-off lottery tickets. Why scratch-off lottery tickets all of a sudden? Someone asks him, how much is it? The other man replies, 2 billion won. Aha. An exclamation of 2 billion leads into a look at the Bangab convenience store. I'll invest this too, send an edited contract, the man thinks, but it will be less after taxes. The man panics, worried about something. He stutters, someone might steal it, so. A coworker asks, what's wrong? The world outside glows with a fiery sunset, unaware of the dangers lurking in the dark. Something dark and sinister starts to form. A demonic presence manifests, taking shape in the abandoned space. The demon asks, Packhorse Masters has been listed, what should we do now? Boss, it calls out to its leader. An order is given, we'll just take the item, leave the rest. As someone says, okay. Someone is investing heavily into Packhorse Masters stocks, raising questions from an onlooker. Forget about it, he says. The demon remarks, my senses say this truth agency smells fishy. The demon says, should I put in a request? Maybe they'll find him for us. Droon, someone sits in darkness. Someone says, I was just joking. They realize, come to think of it, they start tomorrow, right? Cube's midterm exams are coming. The demon asks if boss will participate in the infiltration plan too. A voice replies with conviction, yeah, I will. The female stares on, hoping to be rescued. She thinks to herself, I hope theirs. The malevolent entity contemplates, someone useful. It is now planning something insidious. The next chapter of the novel's extra remake is available and ready to read. Time passes as celebrations continue. A welcome sign with the Cube logo waves in the breeze. The Cube looms over as the practical portion week of midterms has started. During practical week, Cube welcomes hero agencies and families of the cadets. A reporter exclaims that they are at Cube, the world's best hero academy. Agencies want top 100 trainees. A drone announces Lee Junha is rank 117. He watches, not impressed. There isn't much action yet, I'll wait. Lee Junha explains that he got the drones from Soo-hyuk, who thought they would increase the probability of finding intruders. They weren't much, but a gift. She looks down, but he apologizes in surprise. Oh, I'm sorry. Lee Junha looks shocked. He begins to say, eyes wide and surprised to see a familiar face. The announcement echoes, urging everyone to attend the practical exam at the Cube. Lee Junha realizes he's staring for too long. He panics, oops, say something, starting to sweat. A distorted thought bubble appears. Another character ominously states, so pretty, with an unamused and menacing expression. Yoon Hyun is sweating and clenching his hands, still obsessing over Yu Yonha. She suddenly calls out to Chundong from a distance. Yoon Hyun is, among others, going to meet with Yu Yonha at the study room. Someone whispers a Droon. Another character asks, what boss, confused by the name. The woman recalls, the one I passed earlier. She continues, realizing, he saw me through the perception-blocking item. It's not just heroes scouting, the chameleon troop is here too. What are their plans? Their objective is to scout Kim Suho or Shin Jonghak. Kim Suho is disqualified, they'll focus on Shin Jonghak. Infiltration shouldn't be an issue. A booming voice echoes that this won't end with only 1 or 2 deaths. Nothing at all. The woman demands the others stop goofing off as the man menacingly grins. They plan to eliminate intruders. The rankings are announced to the crowd as people start heading to the cafeteria. All you do is talk, let's go have some pizza. The woman realizes the boss was spotted through her siren's necklace. Another is finally getting interested. Elsewhere, plans are made. One cadet thinks, what kind of guy is he? I'll brawl him. Another is told to stay put. The announcement booms from above, they're gonna start soon. At 9 in the morning, the first match is about to start. A trainee informant has raced to the arena using a ticket. Lee Junha asks to get her attention, excuse me. He asks if she is heading to the arena. She responds, yeah, I'm the first up. Sechin SSI hands her a case. Here are 100 top-grade bullets, he says, adding, you can't use them during the test. Sechin hands the bullets. He adds that he's not trying to make up for anything, just think of it as a gift. Someone thinks they will get into even more trouble if people know they shot Yoon Hyun. She pauses as the man mentions that she is hiding her strength. She questions his statement. He asks if she knows who she's up against. Inside the trainee waiting room, a cadet is sweating and clenching his fist. An ominous aura emanates. With a focused gaze, he vows, I'll crush you, Kim Hajin. The man reports to his boss that Kim Hajin is nothing special. But the boss reports that Kim Hajin is $300,000 in debt. Kim Hajin is shocked someone saw through his item. Someone says they don't really know. The boss reveals himself, Chiak Junjayung from the Chameleon Troop. The woman is late but says she was scouting for talent. She's asked for a report. He scoffs that first years are the best at Cube. He says Kim Hajin has a duel coming up soon. She wonders, Kim Hajin, oh, the one who noticed the boss through her item. The Cube midterm practicum arena is set. Nom nom, someone is eating food while thinking of the match. The man states he improved, his son loves it, but the woman asks, is that so? As the midterm practicum arena is built, a man looks down at them. Who's that guy? He keeps looking at us and smiling, they wonder. The match begins. Cadet rank 19, martial artist Kim Horak is announced as one of the duelists. The crowd reacts to Kim Hajin's name. He's ranked 934th. Huh. Cadets are taking tests within the cube. An unknown voice asks, how was your written exam? Before the fight, a cadet tells Kim Horak, aren't you way too tense right now, let's take it easy. Kim Horak activates his Kai armor. Kim Horak thinks that he can't even graze Kim Hajin with training bullets. He must not get close. The midterm duel for the first years is starting, and the first match begins. Kim Horak unleashes his Kai armor in an explosion of energy. Kim Hajin activates bullet time to counter his opponent. The duration of Kim Hajin's bullet time has increased. He thinks he can track the movements of Kim Horak for at least a minute. Kim Horak's Kai armor slams into Kim Hajin. He is sent flying back. Is he a tank or something, he thinks. Despite being sent flying, Kim Hajin is still up. Kim Horak's relentless attacks continue, shouting aura. Kim Hajin quickly fires his gun. Kim Horak thinks, idiot, does he not know about... Kim Horak looks at his hands and then his body. Kai armor, he thinks with a sly smirk on his face. Kim Horak states he can easily knock a bullet away. The bullet hits him straight in the chest. Above, Kim Horak looks confused as the bullet pierced through his Kai armor. The crowd is shocked by what is happening. Kim Horak activates his Kai armor. He thinks that there's no way a bullet can break through it. Before Kim Horak can process the pain, he remembers Kim Hajin is a sharpshooter. The crowd is astonished. Kim Hajin reveals he infused his stigma with the bullets. Kim Horak is shocked at what just happened. Kim Hajin's bullets are imbued with stigma, making them magic-resistant. The crowd's reaction is priceless. Kim is launched back after being shot with the infused stigma bullets. Kim Horak realizes he's been had. He yells, you, damn bastard, as the bullets explode with stigma power. Kim Horak crashes to the ground after the stigma-infused bullet pierced through his chest. He falls into defeat. Kim Horak is confused. Another attack comes, but Kim Hajin yells about a knife. The bullets that Kim Hajin shot at Kim Horek pierce through his Kai armor. Kim Horek is sent flying to the ground. Kim Horek is lying defeated in the arena. Kim Hajin stands tall with the stigma-enhanced pistol. The crowd is shocked by Kim Hajin's unexpected victory. Kim Hajin shoots at something, the crowd gasps at what they just saw.